Chrisley Knows Best star Todd and Julie Chrisley are once again in the national spotlight as their legal battle continues to unfold with new developments surrounding their oral arguments in court. The celebrity couple, once known for their lavish lifestyle and southern charm on their hit reality series, is now facing the next critical phase in their appeal process as they make bold misconduct claims that could shift the entire narrative of their high-profile case. The Chrisleys' legal team is pushing forward, arguing that the couple's constitutional rights were violated and that misconduct played a major role in their convictions, leaving many to wonder if the famous pair might be closer than ever to seeing justice on their side. The courtroom drama surrounding Todd and Julie has been nothing short of intense, with supporters and critics alike waiting for answers about what went wrong during their original trial and whether the system may have failed them. These oral arguments are not just about technical legalities. They are about the Chrisleys' lives, reputations, and the truth behind one of reality television's most shocking downfalls. For years, Todd and Julie Chrisley captivated America with their quick wit, family values, and the humorous chaos of their everyday lives on Chrisley Knows Best. Their family dynamic, though at times dramatic, represented love and resilience, qualities that resonated deeply with millions of viewers. But when the headlines turned from red carpets to courtroom proceedings, fans were left heartbroken, struggling to reconcile the joyful image of the Chrisleys with the allegations of tax evasion and fraud that followed. Now, with their appeal in full motion, the couple is fighting harder than ever to prove that their convictions were not only unjust but tainted by prosecutorial misconduct and procedural errors that call the entire case into question. In their latest legal filings and during oral arguments, Todd and Julie's defense team has made several key assertions. One of their primary claims centers on alleged government misconduct that they say compromised the fairness of their trial. According to their lawyers, the prosecution withheld crucial evidence and misled the jury about the nature of the couple's finances, creating a distorted picture that ultimately led to their conviction. These are serious allegations, ones that could change everything if the appellate judges find merit in them. The defense argues that the Chrisleys never intentionally defrauded anyone, insisting that their financial dealings were complex but not criminal, and that the government's narrative exaggerated mistakes into felonies. The oral arguments have drawn intense attention from legal analysts and fans alike, many of whom have followed every twist and turn of the case since the Chrisleys were first indicted. What makes this appeal particularly significant is not just the couple's celebrity status, but also the broader implications for how the justice system treats high-profile defendants. Todd and Julie's lawyers are attempting to demonstrate that the prosecution engaged in selective targeting, pointing to instances where other individuals involved in similar cases received lighter treatment. If the court agrees that prosecutorial overreach occurred, it could set a precedent that reverberates far beyond the Chrisley family. Throughout the ordeal, Todd and Julie have maintained their innocence, consistently stating that they were unfairly portrayed and persecuted due to their fame. Their public statements, often filled with emotion and determination, have reflected their desire not just to clear their names but also to expose what they describe as corruption and bias within the justice system. During the oral arguments, their attorneys emphasized this theme, suggesting that the government's case relied on a false narrative fueled by media attention rather than objective truth. The judges, for their part, listened carefully as both sides presented their arguments, aware that their decision could redefine the Chrisleys' future and potentially reshape how celebrity legal cases are handled in the United States. While the legal arguments are technical in nature, at the heart of this appeal is a human story, one of faith, resilience, and the unyielding pursuit of justice. Todd and Julie have spoken openly about how their faith in God has guided them through their darkest moments, giving them strength to endure separation, public scrutiny, and the pain of incarceration. Their children, including Savannah and Chase Chrisley, have also remained vocal in their support, using their platforms to shed light on what they describe as the injustices faced by their parents. Savannah, in particular, has emerged as a powerful advocate, speaking publicly about her parents' experiences and working tirelessly to bring awareness to their case. Her advocacy has resonated with fans who see her not only as a daughter fighting for her family, but as a young woman challenging the system. The emotional toll on the Chrisley family cannot be overstated. Years of legal battles, prison sentences, and relentless media coverage have tested their strength in unimaginable ways. Yet, the oral arguments have offered a glimmer of hope, a chance for the family to finally have their voices heard in a forum where facts, not headlines, matter most. Inside the courtroom, the tone was serious but respectful, as Todd and Julie's attorneys outlined instances of alleged prosecutorial misconduct and procedural violations. The judges asked probing questions, seeking to understand whether the evidence truly supports the claims being made. For the Chrisleys, every word spoken in that courtroom carried the weight of their future, their freedom, and their legacy. Observers note that the appellate process is often slow and complex, with decisions sometimes taking months to be announced. However, what is clear is that the Chrisley case has already become a landmark in discussions about fairness in the judicial system. Legal experts are divided on the potential outcome. Some believe the couple's arguments have merit and could lead to a new trial, while others caution that overturning convictions on misconduct claims is difficult without irrefutable proof. Nevertheless, the attention surrounding the case ensures that every development will be closely analyzed, not just by fans but also by legal scholars and justice reform advocates. Beyond the courtroom, the Chrisley story continues to inspire debate about fame, money, and morality in modern America. Their rise to stardom and subsequent fall from grace mirror the volatility of reality television itself, a world where success and scandal often go hand in hand. But unlike a scripted TV show, this is real life with real consequences. Todd and Julie's willingness to fight back against what they see as systemic injustice has earned them both criticism and admiration. Some see them as defiant figures challenging a flawed system, while others view their actions as attempts to escape accountability. What cannot be denied, however, is the depth of their conviction in pursuing the truth as they see it. In the days following the oral arguments, supporters gathered online to express solidarity, flooding social media with messages of encouragement and prayer. Many believe that this could mark the beginning of a turning point for the Chrisleys, a moment when justice begins to balance the scales. For the couple, who have already endured years of separation, public shaming, and emotional hardship, the hope of vindication is a powerful motivator. Friends close to the family have described the atmosphere as cautiously optimistic, with both Todd and Julie clinging to faith that the appeals court will see the flaws in the case against them. The broader implications of the case are not lost on observers. If the appeals court were to rule in favor of the Chrisleys, it could spark renewed discussions about the responsibilities of prosecutors, the influence of media in shaping public opinion, and the safeguards necessary to ensure fair trials for all defendants, regardless of their fame or fortune. The misconduct claims strike at the very heart of public trust in the justice system, raising questions about whether high-profile individuals are treated differently, either more harshly or more leniently, based on their visibility. For the Chrisleys, this case has become more than a personal fight. It is now a symbol of the broader struggle for fairness and accountability within the American legal framework. As the legal process moves forward, Todd and Julie's future remains uncertain, but their determination remains unwavering. Their supporters continue to believe that truth will prevail, while skeptics argue that their fame may once again protect them from the full consequences of their actions. Regardless of one's opinion, it is impossible to deny the cultural significance of their story. The Chrisley's saga is not merely about wealth and celebrity. It is about resilience in the face of adversity and the belief that justice, however delayed, can still be achieved. The appeal and misconduct claims have reignited conversations about how the justice system handles complex financial cases, particularly those involving public figures. Legal experts note that these cases often hinge on intent, and proving intent beyond a reasonable doubt is notoriously difficult. The Chrisley's lawyers argue that what the government framed as intentional fraud was, in reality, a series of business missteps and accounting errors. They also allege that the prosecution failed to disclose certain exculpatory evidence, a violation that could form the basis for a new trial. Such claims, if validated, could dramatically alter the course of the case and potentially exonerate the couple. Inside their legal filings, the defense outlined moments where they believe investigators acted beyond their authority, gathering information without proper warrants or misrepresenting facts to witnesses. These allegations, while still under judicial review, form the core of the misconduct claims being examined in the appeal. For Todd and Julie, the stakes could not be higher. If the court agrees with their arguments, it could lead to a reversal of their convictions or, at minimum, a reduction in their sentences. If not, they may face the grim reality of completing their remaining time behind bars. Despite the gravity of the situation, the Chrisleys have refused to let despair define them. Their faith continues to serve as their foundation, and they have used every available platform to share messages of hope, perseverance, and forgiveness. Their story, while deeply personal, has taken on a broader meaning for many Americans who see echoes of their own struggles in the Chrisleys' journey. Whether one believes they are innocent victims or flawed individuals seeking redemption, their commitment to fighting for justice is undeniably compelling. As the court deliberates, the world waits. The outcome of Todd and Julie Chrisley's appeal could determine not only their personal fate, but also influence how future cases of alleged misconduct and prosecutorial abuse are handled. For now, their oral arguments stand as a testament to their unyielding resolve to uncover the truth, no matter how long it takes. Their voices, once heard through the laughter and warmth of Chrisley Knows Best, now echo through the halls of justice, demanding fairness, accountability, and the chance to tell their story anew. The Chrisleys' fight is far from over, and as the legal system weighs their claims, one thing is certain: the world is still watching, waiting to see whether this chapter will end in vindication or tragedy, in freedom or confinement. Through it all, Todd and Julie continue to embody a message they have always preached: faith over fear, truth over silence, and love over everything else.